I've been sitting inside working on this footage all day. This is from Babe's Ride Out. You've already seen that video. It's been raining non-stop. I mean, like torrential downpour. I'm amazed my basement didn't flood, kind of raining. And then out of the blue, the sun came out. So I'm like, you know, I really need to sit here and edit, and I really do need to do that because I don't have anything lined up for you guys next week. But I have a street glide sitting in my garage that I have literally ridden once. And I just want to go ride my brand new motorcycle. It's not mine, it's Harley-Davidson is loaning it to me, so I need to go ride it. So we are going to shut it down and go ride. Come on. What's going on out here?
Don't worry about it. This is what happens when you're by yourself.
Do you need any help?
No, I don't feel like lifting it, so I'm just walking it down.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Better this than taking me out on the ladder.
Please don't die on the ladder.
I'm already broken.
It looks like there's a bolt in the way.
Well, that's why I have to walk it, because it's catching it, so it's not just sliding down.
Oh.
So it's slowly rocking it down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ride some motorcycles.
I'll be here.
Okay, I'll be back. All right, so if you guys watch this video right here, you'll know that this is the second time I've ridden this Harley-Davidson loaner. Long story short, I found out my friend Anna was coming up from Florida to go to Babe's Ride Out with me, and I had just so happened to have been in contact with Harley-Davidson about potentially loaning some motorcycles. And I said, you know what would be really great is if I could get a loaner bike just for Anna. I didn't need one, and whatever bike that she got, you know, I told them I would ride that one as well. So we decided to loan the Sport Glide for Anna specifically because it's significantly lighter than a Bagger, and it has the hard bags. The bags were wonderful. They were weatherproof, and for camping, we fit a lot of stuff in those bags. So the Sport Glide was a very versatile motorcycle for the traveling specifically and the camping that we were doing. On the downside, I do think it was a very linear position of riding. So these are stock demo bikes, nothing fancy, no bells and whistles addition on this bike. So like I don't even have a sissy bar, which I feel like I lost my identity without my sissy bar on this motorcycle. And I'm also testing out this little contraption right here. It doesn't seem to be working out too well. Harley was so kind to ask me if I would potentially want a loaner motorcycle as well. And I will say we didn't, you know, it was just like, it was casual conversation. Like, you know, hey, do you want to loan a bike? Get a feel for it? And I said, that would be awesome, man. I said, but I don't know how much opportunity I'll get to ride. It has been horrendously rainy here in Ohio. I mean, I'm amazed the roads are dry right now. Just torrential downpour. It's June. That's all it does in Ohio in June. It just rains. So I agreed. I was like, yeah, let's do a loaner bike. They asked me if I wanted a road glide, and I said, you know what? Well, at first they said, we'll send you a street glide. I was like, ah, cool. I've never ridden a street glide before. And then they were like, well, we know you love road glides. Do you want a road glide? And I said, I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of excited at the idea of getting a street glide because I've never ridden one before. So here we are. Beautiful billiard red street glide. She's filthy nasty because I took her in the rain last time. Whoops. And I'm just like really digging this bike. Once you kind of get a feel for the heaviness in the front end, because that was very new to me. You guys know I ride a Dyna, a very mid-size engine motorcycle, and I also have ridden road glides, which I absolutely, the Harley-Davidson road glide just has my heart, y'all. She's got my heart. So when I first hopped on this street glide, the weight on the handlebars in the front end was shocking to me. Definitely a very manageable feeling, but shocking. You got to get used to everything. There's a learning curve to everything you do. So yeah, once you get a feel for the weight of the front end, it's just smooth sailing, baby. I mean, to give you an idea, I am a 5'7" woman. I am 32 years old. I have been riding motorcycles for 6 years. Not very long, not very little, just enough to feel confident to test ride literally any motorcycle I want to. A little background to me and my riding history. I did not grow up with motorcycles. I never rode dirt bikes. I didn't understand the concept of how a motorcycle even drove. Luckily for me, I have been driving manual transmission vehicles basically since I've had my driver's license. And so the concept of learning how to shift a motorcycle came to me very quickly. So when I very first started riding, I had a 2004 Honda Shadow VLX 600. Here's a photo of my stock first motorcycle. That thing probably weighed 400 pounds, completely soaking wet. And then I decided to cut it in half and do the bobber style. So we bobbed the bike and I loved it, man. Just so little and cute and bobbed. And then I started commuting back and forth to work, which was about 22 miles one way. Carrying everything in a backpack to work was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So people online were asking me like, okay, so what kind of like long distance rides do you want to do? And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do any long distance rides. That's stupid. I just want to rip around town and get coffee and, have fun that way. And they're like, okay, you say that now. And I'm like, don't you assume you know what I like. Fast forward 6 years and I want a bagger to ride across the country with. You don't need a bagger to ride across the country. Amazing women prove it to me every day. But I like comfort. I like creature comforts. So fast forward a little bit, I swapped motorcycles with my father-in-law. So my father-in-law has a 2010 Sportster Low 1200. I don't really remember what it's called. And so back then, going from a 600cc motorcycle to a 1200cc was like, terrifying to me at the time. It was truly terrifying, but I wanted to learn how to ride different motorcycles. So I rode his Sportster around for a good 6 months. And then the very first time I hopped back on the bobber, I was like, this thing can't even go. It's so slow. I don't know what to do. So that was the day I was like, you know what? I need a bigger bike. And that's when I started shopping around, and lo and behold, I found the Dyna and I bought the Dyna, which has been a wonderful progression of motorcycles, if you ask me. I do wish I would have started on something a little bigger, like a 1200, an 1100, or a 1200cc motor. But at the time, I just didn't know any better. I didn't have any ambitions of riding fast or far or, anything like that. So please go at your own pace. Don't feel peer pressured into buying anything that you are not comfortable with. If you would have asked me to hop on a street glide, and I know there are those of you who just like learn how to ride and immediately go full bagger. You guys are badass. I couldn't do that. I was a little nervous. After I got the Dyna, I've ridden Dyna, I've ridden from Ohio to New York quite a few times for Babes Ride Out. I've ridden from Ohio to Florida to go visit the Blockhead crew and hang out with them. That was 1,000 miles one way. And I still love my Dyna, you guys. Like, you don't understand the relationship I have with that motorcycle. She is my babe. She's not going anywhere. No. That being said, for the way my riding has personally evolved, holy moly, I'm loving the idea of a bagger. Hello, we're here, some puppers. Come here. So the very first time I ever rode a road glide was in this video right here. And the only reason I decided to ride one was because I loved the look of that bike, man. I get it. It's a cult. You are either Shark Nation or Batwing country. I don't know. I get it. You are one or the other. Aesthetics means so much to so many. And that's so important because you want motorcycle manufacturers to make the bike you want. There is no wrong answer. Everybody wins. So quit picking sides. Just be happy we ride, okay? So I rode the road glide. You just got to go watch that video to understand my thoughts and opinions on that bike, because I'm not going to repeat them here. It's embarrassing. And I couldn't get it out of my head for so long now. I've just been really wanting a road glide. And it all comes down to finances. I have a lot of things I got to figure out with myself and my career and my life and my debt before I take that leap. But I love the road glide. So when Harley reached out to me and asked if I wanted to test ride and loan a street glide, I was giddy. I was like, okay, for as much as I love the road glide, yeah, let's borrow this bike, put some miles on it, get some seat time in it, and see what we think. This is a damn good motorcycle. The differences are so small, but I'm so happy Harley gave me this opportunity. because it's really going to make it easy for me later on when I actually go to choose my bagger, basically. Things I love about this bike: I love how smooth it is. I don't even know how to explain it to people who have never ridden a bagger before, but just the shifting, the linkage, the way it accelerates and decels, everything is so smooth and comfortable. My seating position is so comfortable. The floorboards are perfect for me. The handlebars are in perfect reach. And I'm a happy girl. Happy girl in this motorcycle. And then if there is anything, so that's the thing. It always comes down to the motor, the platform of the motorcycle that you're riding. Obviously, if you're uncomfortable with the way the bars are, or the tilt of the gauges, the clutch, anything like that, you know, those things are adjustable. The seat's adjustable, ride height's adjustable, all of that stuff. But when I'm talking about the actual motorcycle, I love this motorcycle. Love it. I love the engine displacement. I love the weight of it, how it feels under me, how loud it is, honestly, how quiet it is, because my Dyna is super loud. So I just really love the platform of this bike. And now let's talk about some opportunities that I feel like this bike has for me personally. And it's not even opportunities, it's just flat out things I would do different if this were my motorcycle. Hands down, different seats. Seats very wide, my hips are very narrow. That makes a very uncomfortable flat foot position on this bike. Like I said, easily changeable. I do think, now that I have finally ridden this bike, I think I like the shark nose fairing better. I don't know what it is. I think it's aesthetics to me. I know a lot of you guys are like, I don't like the fairing in the front. It's like a car dash, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You don't have to buy this motorcycle. I promise. This isn't a sales pitch. This is just a fun, we're riding bikes together. The things I like about the Street Glide over the Road Glide that are different because of the fairing is I like how close everything is. I love the analog gauges right there in front of me. I love how close the radio is. I can very easily reach out and touch the radio, control it. So that feels very good, especially as a woman who is a bit, I am not going to say smaller stature, but you know, 90% of Harley-Davidson customers are men. So men typically are larger than women. Longer reach, longer legs, whatever you want. So the fact that this motorcycle is still small enough to fit a woman is very appealing, very appealing. A few opportunities that I do wish this fairing had that I know the Road Glide has is this little pocket right here is like a little USB port. I personally, hello, close. I personally cannot fit my phone in there. I don't know if I think you're supposed to be able to, but my phone has a phone case. It's a bit bulky. So I have my phone in my pocket. I know the Road Glide has like literally like glove boxes, which if you know me and you know storage, I haul a ton of shit with me. So having those pockets, oh yeah, give me all the storage. But what a lovely little evening cruise. Just beautiful. I love this bike. What else? This does not have the heel toe shifter. To be completely transparent with you guys, I have never used a heel toe shifter. God, I thought I was gonna hit a bird just then. I freaked out. I've never used a heel toe shifter. I know so many people love them. I've never used them, so I was very excited to know that this didn't have it so I wouldn't like accidentally mess up or something. One of these days we'll experience it. I would love to have some highway pegs out here. Oh, heck yeah, that would be so bomb. That would be good. My knee's still a little acting up from my 500-mile ride back from New York the other day. Oh my God, it's just rough. Oh, and how could I forget? This bike has cruise control. Now, I know a lot of bikes have cruise control. That's not anything particular to the Street Glide, trust me. But after doing a 500-mile ride on a bike that's over 10 years old without cruise control, oh, I just saw a deer run across the street. We're just gonna kind of... Is it a deer or a dog? There's a guy running. Okay, getting a little distracted. All right. I think we're in the clear. But yeah, doing a 500-mile road trip without cruise control is terrible. My trapezius muscles were hurting so bad. So yes, any modern luxury of any modern motorcycle is very appealing to me. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because you guys are on camera, so you think there's just nothing but a giant dash in front of you. I have plenty of visibility of the road in front of me. So yeah, I have zero issues being able to see out in front of me comfortably. The windscreen's not too high, and it's a very clear linear view. I'm so very happy that Harley gave me the opportunity to borrow this motorcycle. There isn't any specific content that they requested. There was no specifics. They didn't tell me what to say. These are all my personal thoughts and opinions. There was no money exchange. It's literally just kind of like two friends hanging out saying, hey, hop on my motorcycle. Tell me what you think. And it's what a wonderful feeling. So what do I think, honestly, about this motorcycle? I love this motorcycle. Would I buy this bike? Unfortunately, no. I'd probably buy the more expensive version of this bike because that's how much I love these baggers. And like I said, it's an aesthetic. Everyone likes what they like. There is no wrong answer. I'm so happy that these manufacturers make different types of motorcycles. Like I said, it's a win-win. If someone gave me a Street Glide, would I ride it? Absolutely. This is a wonderful motorcycle. Truly, it really is. And I don't need to sit here and tell you that. This isn't like some new big secret. Just look at the statistics. Go out anywhere to any biker bar, any biker rally, and you are going to see thousands, literally thousands of Street Glides. So this isn't some YouTube personality blowing smoke up your ass saying this is the best motorcycle ever. No, come on, man. The statistics speak for themselves. This is just my first experience on this very, very popular motorcycle. And I get it. Like, I can see the appeal. This is for the average rider that just wants to bar hop, the poker runs, the ride around town, or these are the people that want to crush hella miles riding cross country. You can go camping off of these motorcycles. You can ride to the next hotel on these motorcycles. The gas tank is enormous, so you can just go. And that's the beauty of it. You just go. And so I think that is the number one appeal to this bike, is it's so versatile and yet so simple and functional at the same time. Beautiful bike. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Oh my gosh, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little rip. I needed this. Jeez. Once again, it was just, we were in such a mindset earlier that it wasn't enjoyable being in the house anymore. I wanted to get out and experience riding this bike, so very happy I got this opportunity. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Traditional moto vlog over here on the Her Two Wheels channel. This is what we do. We vlog, we talk. A vlog is a video blog. What do you do on blogs? You read people talking. They're typing. Tick, 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 tick. My grandma grew up in South Detroit, and this is her famous apple butter recipe, and it gives you like 6 hours worth of why your grandma's nephew's dog loves apple butter. That's essentially the Her Two Wheels channel. Come on. We're vlogging, we're talking about life. This isn't a sales pitch. I'm not here to tell you specifics about this motorcycle. I'm telling you about how this rides. This is my experience with this bike, and any bike, any test ride video is my personal experience and my emotions on these bikes. So I hope you understand that. I don't want to see you guys coming at me in the comments telling me that I'm not, talking about the freaking PSI and the tire pressure. Like, I don't, Google it. We're riding right now. This is what we're doing. You're either taking this ride with me or you're passing through, and that's totally okay with me, man. Keep on moving. All right, I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and until my next one, you be good, and I will see you later.